Hello everyone, this is Heroes of the Vale. I am Todd Kenreck, your perfect warlock. I am joined by TJ Storm playing Keen Deapreth, Hope LaVelle playing Penelope Half Pint, or Never Amber if you're nasty. Adam Bradford is playing Briv Steel Marrow. We've got Lauren Urban, Orkira Eldritch, also known as the most positive person on the planet. And then we have Jen Kretchmer playing Alyndra Sarrbarand. And that is Keen Deapreth's forehead. You got close to that camera, man.
Sorry.
We're just happy to be able to see you. That's all.
Previously on Heroes of the Vale, dragons died. People were in a lot of pain. On the floating city of Brimstone, there was a bit of a revolt against the Githyanki, which you had invited to hang out, and who had started to enslave the citizens of Brimstone. Briv Steelmarrow specifically challenged Githrak Voss, the leader of this army, in an attempt to suffocate him inside of a small bag of holding with Flumph, and there was gas involved as well. Orkira Eldritch provided a lot of distraction by being chased by a giant young red dragon between the city streets of the city of Brimstone. Alyndra made a tiny hut for everyone's safety, and
trying to make sure my friends weren't blown up. So.
That's very, very, very true. So we find ourselves inside our Heroes of the Vale, inside of a tiny hut, as many Gith have either left or have died, but there are still remnants of the army around. You're not quite sure because everyone is inside the tiny hut, which is protecting you at this moment.
We can see out.
You can see out.
What's going on outside. Yes, we can see out. They cannot see in.
There are foot soldiers still on the streets, certainly. But Githrak Voss did die after being polymorphed by someone into the shape of a mind flayer, and was quickly dispatched by his own people. Yes, there was Alyndra's mom in the form of Sophias decided to go on a murder spree. And there was much darkness and many tentacles involved, and many Githyanki lives were lost in the process. And I can't believe I didn't bring it up. Orkira Eldritch apparently is just like resurrecting people like crazy. Brought Boom Boom back to life, and Rarv, and also Avrin, which caused some other cosmic hijinks we'll get into later, much later. So what are the Heroes of the Vale doing right this moment in the middle of this battle?
Healing very slowly. Everything aches. Why does everything ache?
Fire does that. Hold on, I'll help you out, and I'll come on over and start offering some healing. Is there still death and destruction going on outside?
How long shall this hut last, Lindy?
It's long enough for us to rest.
Very well. And then Briv sits down against the side of it, kind of crosses his arms, head back, starts snoring within about 5 seconds unless something else happens.
Flo slowly comes out from underneath Briv and just goes,
I'll have to constantly tap him to move to his side. So if he snores too much, just tap him on the side and he may move. It's not
Good to
like
know,
I'm
thanks.
It's a lot.
Keen, I'm gonna get you with a cure wounds at 2nd level real quick. It's 18 hit points. I actually rolled really well.
wow.
I rolled a 7 and an 8 on my 2d8, so.
I'm attempting to take a short rest, so let me know if that gets to happen or not.
Yeah, everyone's getting a short rest.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If we can take a long rest as well in here.
What's required for a long rest?
8 hours?
Yeah, there's still things going on outside, so
They
you
can't
may have
get
to
in.
disperse. That's true, they can't get in. But there are still citizens of Brimstone out there.
That's true.
But
Uh,
Mom isn't going after the citizens, right? I thought we determined
No,
that.
she's definitely not. You do see patches of darkness just moving around the city of Brimstone as, again, white tentacles just kind of wrap themselves around Githyanki and suck them into the pure darkness, and they're never seen from again. Which is
Do any of us
upsetting.
do any of us know that this is like I know, but I don't know if Orkira knows that this is Alyndra's mom.
That depends on what Alyndra has said.
At this point, I haven't said much. Anyone who's close enough heard me say thanks, Mom, but most people were up fighting a dragon, so...
Yeah. So there is this storm of darkness, of annihilation moving through the city, leaving harrowed citizens who get caught in that darkness certainly shocked and shaken a bit, but they are left alive, but the Githyanki are not.
Do we need to
So-
deal with that next? That seems weird. When that start happening?
What?
You know, the whole darkness, tentacles, destroying all the good thing.
Do you
I
know
asked
what
for
that
help.
force is outside?
Yes, I asked for help, which is why I told you all you needed to get inside.
What is it?
My mother.
I'm going back to bed.
All right.
I also very much need a short rest. I'm at about half my hit points, so.
Okay.
Healing is good.
Are we going to take a short rest? Because I could also use some hit points too.
We have been fighting for almost a day and a half straight. Do we not have enough time to rest long, or are we going to short and then move?
You feel that you can probably get a long rest. It seems like things are well taken care of at this point. You start to see Warforged moving through the streets, also dispatching Githyanki, and the Githyanki are definitely moving along, especially since there is a non-quantifiable entity in play at this moment.
Oh. Then I begin a long rest.
Okay.
You as well.
So Alyndra and Keen, being elves, go into a meditative state. Penelope, half pint, what are you doing?
Suppose if I see everybody feeling comfortable enough to sleep, I'm gonna like curl up in Boom Boom's lap, and I guess take
Aw.
a short rest. Just a short rest.
Okay.
Briv is also in a meditative state. His eyes are closed, and he just happens to be whistling through his nose. That's all. Deviated septum.
Yeah.
And
Typical of
my new-
half-orcs.
Portents will be 16 and 1.
16 and 1. Oh, man.
One's a good one.
Divination.
Oh.
Divination wizards every time. Okay. Orkira, you doing anything special?
I think she stands there antsy for a very long time watching everybody. Everybody else came from like 3 different battles. She arrived after 6 years. And so there's a lot of her awkwardly standing there, not sure what to do. And then she'll finally sit down and at least take a short rest. So I think she'll start with that. And then if everything seems to still be calm, she'll take a longer rest.
Off
While
to
you're
my
doing
floor.
this,
Go ahead.
you see Varv is also inside the tent, and he's carving a little wooden figure, and he's been carving 2 wooden figures this whole time, and one is a big bear with its claws outstretched, and then one is a little tiny T-Rex. I've been working on these for a while because, you know, I get real bored when no one's dying or something like that. So I thought I'd make a little Penelope half-pint bear and and the little T-Rex, Alyndra, Sarrbarand. So you guys can have those. Yep.
Oh my god, Penelope will treasure that forever.
As will Alyndra.
That's
Well-
adorable.
Briv wakes up like really suddenly and just says, "Where is my gift, Rob?"
You're
Uh,
resting in a hut safely.
Your
You're
gift
welcome.
is a gift.
I am
Yankee.
safe wherever I lie, Lindy.
She rolls her eyes.
You get the everlasting gift of friendship, Briv.
Briv shakes his head, lays back, starts
I've
snoring
g-
within about
I've
7
carved
seconds.
out a piece of my heart for you, Briv. How about that?
I shall carve out a piece of your heart.
I feel like
You're not
sometimes
threatening
Briv gets a
Rob.
little aggressive. Sometimes passive aggressive. Sometimes just full aggressive.
Sometimes thou art irritating.
I imagine Briv is just slow every time. He's like on the edge of full sleep and then has one more comeback. And then one more comeback. He's not going to remember any of this.
He's just got to have the last word. That's all.
After my meditation is over, who's awake right now?
Well, I only took a short rest, so
Yeah,
so
me
Penelope
too.
is kind of was the one who was taking.
she's
Stock
just
of
sitting in
everyone.
Boom Boom's
Orkira,
lap,
you're
just
awake?
like playing with the bear.
Boom, boom
Yeah, I
is
was also just
out.
gonna take. I was just gonna take a
Yeah.
short rest as well, and then kind of keep an eye on things a little
Okay.
bit.
Alyndra will go over to Orkira and say, "We haven't had a chance to talk yet. You were gone for 6 years.
Yeah,
Where did you go?
then in the bag, and a different bag, not the. Yeah.
What did you see?
Well, to be honest, not very much. The people there weren't very friendly. Weren't too happy to see someone who looked like me. So I kind of stayed out of the way a lot. It was Harold who basically was gone for a lot of the time.
Harold?
Oh yeah. So the first place I went was the city. I think I told you about Waterdeep. You know, the place that probably is married up. When I was there, I met these really nice people, and they helped me. But then one of them got eaten by the bag, and that's how I ended up in the bag. As I was going after them, and spent a while trying to get them out. So kind of guilty about that, but
How did you get the knowledge about what we're looking for, the brain?
it kind of came to me in bits and pieces. A few nightmares, bit of healing, you know, flashes here and there. I was kind of out of it for a while. Parts of my brain were just
Sure? And you're sure it came from a reliable source?
I don't know how reliable is an elder brain.
Not at all. Your visions were coming from it.
I think so. I think that's what I saw.
Hmm.
That's kind of what it felt like.
I think that's what was sending it. Why would it send it to you? Why would it tell you where it is?
I don't know if it sent anything more than when it was eating my brain. That's just what I picked up on the other end of the call.
Mm.
That's kind of what I got. So I got rescued just in time, and then had to put everything back together.
The
How are you feeling
hunters
now?
in the wildlands, while we were apart, used to plant harvests for the game to come and graze upon, and the game would be slaughtered when they came to eat. Perhaps this is a way that the Elder Brain is planting a harvest for us to come and dine upon.
This is my fear.
In
as
other
well.
words, it could be a trap.
Yeah. Maybe, but it seems like a really roundabout trap. I mean, if the way I figured it is I got that when just before I got sent to Waterdeep, and it just took me a while to remember it. So why tell me if it was just gonna eat me anyway?
I don't know the intricacies of Mind Flayer communication.
Neither do I, but here we are.
I just know they are called Mind Flayers, and there's a reason for that. And so it is probably a trap.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if it's using itself as bait, and we know it's a trap, then won't it still work to our advantage? Isn't that how that works? Is you know it's a trap, and then you go in knowing it's a trap, and you're able to spring the trap without the trap springing on you?
I don't know the intricacies of planning traps.
Walton crawls out onto the shoulder of Penelope. Half Pint is just trying to his fingers. Wait, trap, and then there's another trap, and then there's the trap. I don't know. It does not make sense to me.
Penelope just
Ah,
gives
bear,
him the little bear.
tiny bear.
Well, listen, whatever we do with that information, whatever you want to do is fine with me. That was something that I thought was important for everybody to know. And so here I am.
It's worth knowing. And it's likely that it's actually where it is. It's just whether or not they're ready for us or not.
Well, we're not even ready for us, so how could they be,
Yeah.
right?
This is true.
And are you okay? I mean, I've been gone for a while, but a lot of it was kind of boring and a lot of it sucked. But you had a bunch of stuff just happen right now. Is everything okay?
We just allowed for the enslavement and murder of thousands of citizens of the city. I watched my father be killed in front of me. What do you think?
Just to clarify, I don't believe the citizens are all dead, are they?
Not all, but
I
many.
think we saved most of them.
Most of them were safe, but there were definitely casualties.
Do you remember the Kraken?
Yeah.
Tis a dangerous city.
It's a dangerous world.
It wasn't until we were here.
I know this Averin, and I imagine it was just as dangerous formerly.
Yeah, I thought, didn't Rarv say something about how there were mind flayers long before we got here?
No.
And I remember
Not
you
really
saying,
a
you know,
mind
that.
player town.
Well, no, not here in Brimstone. I mean, like in the world. You knew.
Oh yeah, they've been living down in the ocean for a long time.
We came through a world of blood to what we think is Brimstone. I'm not sure, because here everything each of us feared was there ready to confront us.
What
Yeah,
is
but-
it that thou thinkest I fear?
I know that you do not stand for the enslavement of others, for those to be kept in chains against their will. And here was a full city of them.
Fair enough, but Briv is not afraid.
I am, but I think it's gonna get better, right? I mean, that's why we're here. Like, they're not enslaved anymore. All the Gith are running.
Which is
Averon's
good.
alive, right? So good things have happened, and we're all here in the hut. Not anywhere we don't want to be. Like this is okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. I mean, you gotta hope that things are gonna get better, right? If you don't hope, then what do you got left? I spent a lot of time hoping that I was gonna be able to get back here with all of you, and it happened, right? So it's gotta get better.
Do you understand how I see time?
Not really, no.
Do you ever think of the different ways something could go?
Yeah, way too often.
Imagine that. And then in each of those, imagining each way each thing could go. And in each of those, the way each thing could go. And take all of those and stack them simultaneously. I see all the possibilities and all the realities. I see the version where all of you are destroyed over and over. So yes, this time we're here, we're safe. Not in all of those other times.
Sounds like what I've been thinking about for 6 years was like that moment where I got back, how that was going to go. I spent a lot of time thinking about that moment. And when things were bad, it was hard to think about it being a good thing, about me ever getting back. And when things were getting better, I was all excited to be able to come back and do something and help. But if I wasn't hopeful that the thing that would actually happen was the good thing, I don't know if I could have made it. So I had to think about coming back and everything being okay, or at least being able to do something to help. So I don't know how you do that all the time. I'm sorry, but at least we can keep trying, right?
I'm sorry,
Huzzah.
Orkira, that you had to go through that.
Oh, it's not your fault. It's fine.
It's no one's fault.
I just
Our
know
Our
what it's
struggle
like.
makes us stronger.
I spent a whole
Orkira
year in
knows this at
Avernus.
this point.
Yeah, we all do. I was so alone
I'm sorry
in
you
Avernus without you. But I kept thinking I had to do it. I had a promise to keep. It was lonely. But we did it. And we're all better for it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to spend that time in Avernus. I've always thought that was a little bit my fault because of that wish.
No,
Well-
my wishes went astray.
Yeah. Now we know. Maybe no more wishes.
No, definitely no more wishes.
Unless it's to wish for more bears.
Or a cup of water. I am burnt and I need some. Universe, hear me. I need water. Water.
I reach.
Penelope creates water.
Not
Briv
on me!
Hawks up some spit. And as the water's falling on him, Briv lets loose.
Oh,
See,
Respect.
proof. You can't always get what you want, but sometimes if you try, you can get what you need.
Words of wisdom.
I heard that somewhere. A bard said that. And I
Catchy.
always thought that was very, very good.
It's a clever saying.
Yeah.
Someone should set it to music.
I shouldn't set it to
Only-
music. I'm not good at that kind of thing, but
I wish we had a bard.
Perhaps one of the bards of Orkira.
my dad had a saying about sometimes people pee and then you think it's a rainstorm, but I don't want to get into that one.
it sounds very related to what we were just talking about, though. So that makes sense.
I guess that depends if you're a half full or a cup half empty kind of guy.
'Tis reminding me of the spit that I just slung King's direction.
You remember when you used spit to open a portal?
I do. Spit works in an alarming amount of circumstances.
You know, if it wasn't for that spit, Briv, you and I never met.
I curse that spit. I spit upon thee.
You might meet more of me if you keep spitting. You know, maybe that's how this works.
Briv, can you spit
don't
upon
know.
your own spit?
Can you? You don't know much about magic, but you don't know. Maybe every time you spit, Rarv gets born.
Lindy, is what he says true?
Is what?
Thou art a Lorekeeper, according to Keen. If I
am?
spit, is a Rarv born in the world? Because I shall
No.
never spit again.
Yes. Yes, it's very true.
Thou art lying to
Absolutely
me.
true. They've spoken of it many times in the writings.
Thou
so
art lying. I
not
cannot believe
the-
thee.
I've
Yeah.
personally never known a high elf to lie. You know, so you may want to believe her, Briv, unless you want an army of me out there every time you take a spit.
I have been with several
It's
baked
the
elves
truth.
who lie all the time.
I don't know what to say to that.
Well,
I think
she
there's
very
I think
quickly
it's I think it's a
scribbles
hurtful
in
thing to
not
say.
any actual language in her book, and goes and flips to a page. Look, it's right here.
I can read, Alyndra. I know. I am not stupid.
I think there's only one way to find out for sure, and that's with science. Briv, I think you should just spit a little bit everywhere you go.
Yeah, then we'll see
Very
how
well.
many
Don't
Rarvs
encourage
show
him.
up next time.
I already carve my initials into all the wood that I pass by.
Still not okay.
How is that not okay?
Because
So many
the
times.
carving is destruction, but your spit is creation.
How is that destruction? 'Tis art.
While
You're
he is
just-
distracted,
Art should
I
hurt
call upon the power of the Feywild and put a minor illusion of Rav's face on Penelope's face. A Rav is born. A small Rav.
Oh God, what is happening to poor Penelope? Half pint.
What's happening?
She's changed.
Penelope, thou art hideous.
I'm what?
Hideous.
Why would you say that?
Because thou
She goes
art,
into shrub mode.
thou lookest like thou hast fallen from the ugly tree and smacked and
crying
bludgeoned
shrub.
every branch on thine way down.
This seems unnecessarily hateful and mean. Briv,
That's cruel.
objectively, I am a very handsome man. So you know that. And so is little tiny me. Dare I say, Penelope, many Rarv.
Standards of beauty are different across different peoples, I suppose.
I agree.
Yeah, you're one to talk.
Where I am from, I am one of the most handsome devils alive.
Yep.
Thou
Are
dost
you
concur.
from far? Very far away?
Should we
How
be
is-
together?
how
We
is-
can confirm this.
How is
How do I
Overtown
get
this
rid
time of year?
of this face upon small Penelope?
What?
Shall I
Can
spit
I-
again? And then I
Uh,
spit at her face.
No.
I cast minor illusion again, so now she's got two of them.
What?
I am but
Now
trying
you
to
see.
remove. the raw from your face.
I'm back
Briv, I
in
think
shrub
you're-
mode.
Why is
Briv,
everyone spitting everywhere? I do not understand
I
what's
try to pick
happening.
her up and
Why
shake
is
her.
Briv spitting on me?
Orkira's gonna come.
Down in there.
Orkira's gonna go over to shrub Penelope and kind of block any more spit and tell Briv, no, the ground. You're supposed to, not on people. We don't need, on the ground, spit on the ground. I'm sorry, Penelope, I didn't. Yes, science, on the ground, not on people, on the ground.
What's science?
I'm sorry, Penelope, I didn't think that he was going to spit on you. You're fine.
Prestidigitation, take it off
It's not
Penelope. Clean her up.
Penelope.
I
It's
still have the science.
Rav Penelope.
Penelope at point right now has 2 Rar faces, correct? Am I correct? 2 Rar faces, like a Fomorian kind of thing?
Yeah, unless she's ready to have me remove the spit, in which case they will disappear. Or at least mine will. Keen will have to take care of his own.
I happily put my Rar face on Alyndra. Now you have Rars to the left of you. Rars to the right of you. Rars in front of you. Vale and Thunder.
See,
Here we are, stuck in the middle with
We're
you.
not
see what terrible magic your spit has conjured in this tiny hut.
It's key.
Place that was
I
supposed to be safe.
heard at one time from a wild adventurer that this will work. And so I close my eyes really, really tight. And then I just say, I disbelieve. And then open them back up. Is there any change?
I quickly put blank blackness over his eyes.
Briv, I think someone
Hello?
needs to mend your heart.
Penelope?
Oh my
Arts now
God.
there.
Minor illusion for the echo. Elope?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Now, guys.
Guys.
Ladies. And
And
is anyone there?
Quick, we should all leave the hut.
I'll look back outside where all the death and destruction is still going on and go, no, I kind of like the hut. Let's stay in the hut for a little bit longer.
Orkira, thou art there. Oh,
Yep.
so good to hear from thee. I disbelieved everything out of my visual existence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That you so you disbelieved the entire world, so you are now in the disbelief dimension. I haven't talked about it before because I've had negative experiences before. But
It
yes,
has
you've
to be better than the bag.
it's as if you've basically banished yourself. That's what you did with your powerful half-orc magic. Yep.
I believe again.
Everything goes away.
Oh my God! Welcome back, Briv. I can't believe, where have you been all this time?
I have been in a terrible dimension, the dimension of disbelief.
Oh, that's a bad place to be.
I believe
that's a rough-
Orkira's science sent me
Sorry.
there.
Yep, that's true. What Alyndra said. It's a terrifying
so
place.
Briv, have you learned your lesson about spitting?
I have learned
Dangers
that
thereof?
spitting turns everything into an ugly, hideous creature.
That was uncalled for. I feel like that was
That's
targeted.
Not quite
mean.
the lesson that we were going for, but
But I shall restrain myself from spitting, because I would not wish that fate upon the world.
I feel like we've all grown as people together, and maybe next time we workshop the whole carving wood thing. But maybe that's too far for today.
it's the next lesson.
Okay.
All right.
So-
Is Averin in the hut as well?
Averin is just sitting there with his great sword, like outside the hut, just kind of holding his hand. He's not aware necessarily what's going on, but he seems like he's working it out.
Oh, he knows. He knows. Well,
If we want to keep having fun, I'm just happy to be with all of you. So What do we want to talk about next?
Well, it seems that we're going somewhere.
Are we going on another adventure?
Yes, let's call
Yeah,
it that. We're thinking optimistically, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
hopefully.
Adventure.
It's been 8 hours. I mean, I just don't. What else would we do? But our lives at risk for no good reason. It seems like the thing to do. 8
Oh,
hours.
very good reason.
Heroes do.
Very good
So
reason.
I
where do we
have
need to
a
go?
confession to make, actually, that may speed our decision making up. So I
he's
believe
a
that
mind flayer.
thou art messing with me about being in another dimension, because when I was in that other place, 'tis no fault of my own. I thought that I was by myself and having no sight of facilities or a bathroom of any sort. I perhaps let
Ooh.
escape
Ooh.
some, and so
Mm.
therefore I'm just saying that that wafting shall occur, and the hut is a tiny hut, I believe.
Yeah,
Again, not my fault. I thought I was by myself, so I hate to say that thou trick has backfired on thee.
Why don't you
It's-
go clean yourself up?
It's not a trick.
you need-
It's,
Oh, I don't need
Help.
cleaning. I don't believe, anyway.
has it gone this far? If you just disbelieve in it, it will go away. So you can try that again.
I am just saying that since everyone was making confessions and saying that they are sorry about one thing or another, I am sorry. 'Twas not my fault.
All right, I'm getting out of the poo-poo hut. It's getting a little, it does lock in the flavor a bit. So I'm leaving. How about you, Boom Boom? And they both leave.
Has it been 8 hours? Did we basically like?
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
full
we
8
If
hours.
they would ever leave.
Okay, that's good. I'm just gonna do that then. I'm just gonna hit that long rest and enjoy it. All right. So, what next? We've got
Well,
go to the
we have a
Shadowfell and
few
do the
options.
thing.
We can go to the Elder Brain. We can try and deal with that. We can go to the Shadowfell. Deal with that.
Which one will save the most people?
I don't know, but if we get rid of the Elder Brain, doesn't it stop all the mind flayers?
Then we'll do that.
I think so, right?
Unless they can get to the apparatus first.
Well, do we have any way to get to the Elder Brain or to the Shadowfell?
We can
We
walk.
know where there is an entrance to the Shadowfell. If we can find a way to get there.
Do I know the ways to get to the Shadowfell?
You don't specifically. It's not a place that you often go. So, you might be able to figure it out. Do you feel like the crystal rod that you're holding on your person is deeply connected to the Shadowfell?
Lorekeeper, do you know how
Yes.
to use it to open the way if we absolutely must go and there is no other way? By the way, my hair is red and feeds down into yellows and oranges. I am in my fall. Trapped in the tiny hut with the stinky one, I am reminded well of family. It is a time for family and the harvest, and we have survived yet again. So, I am in my fall and happy to be with my family, no matter what they may smell like. That said, I am worried
Not
for
my
my
fault.
family that we must go to this place that holds no love, little light, and very little temperature.
Thou art
Mm.
saying I shall be cold there.
We'll
No,
bring the light to it.
You will feel little, and that is worse.
Less pain as well. Is that correct?
Less everything. But pain is a good thing. It tells you what is wrong. You will not have those things there.
Pain can
The
also
rot that
sometimes
you
trick
might-
the mind when to stop fighting.
It can also tell you that you have a deep rot inside of you. And if you do not know that it is there, it will eat you alive. This place, there is nothing good in it.
I agree with Keen. Based on what I've read of the Shadowfell, it is a terrible place to be.
Maybe we could make it better.
Huzzah!
Do we know how?
How to make it better? It is what it is. It exists as it does.
I missed
And it has a right
the
to
part
exist the
about
way it does.
what we are supposed to do there.
We need to find the apparatus.
Oh, apparatus, of course. I know exactly what that is, and I would not wait for anyone to explain it to me, because I know what it is.
That's good
But
because I really wasn't
if
sure
anyone
myself.
was wanting to show off their knowledge about such
Why
things,
don't you explain it to us then, Briv?
I believe that the apparatus is some sort of device that is in the Shadowfell, and that it is it's too tedious for me to explain any more of what the apparatus is. I think that's actually more of your purvey, Lindy.
Oh.
Proceed,
I feel
please.
the family ties. I do not let my brother straggle for too long. I step in. You are correct, Briv. It is that thing that the flayers are looking for, and we cannot let them have it, no matter what it is. It is powerful, and in their hands, it is world-ending. That is why we must go there, with the single thing that will make it operate. Is this
So
correct
we
or
are-
not?
To destroy it, or
No.
I doubt
are
we
to
could.
use it.
oh, I can destroy many a thing.
Do you understand what I had said before about the different timelines?
I understood that it is similar to when I am fighting someone in battle. I see all the possibilities. I can
Yes.
slice below their rib cage. I can slice
Yes.
one of their arms off and they would bleed out. I could slice somewhere in their groin area and cause an immense amount of pain. I could slice
Yes.
their entire head off, which is how my sword, Frost Collar, got its name. Do you see what I did with the name of the sword?
I do.
The head
It's
comes
very
off,
clever.
the frost remains, it looks like a collar, frost collar. So I see these possibilities, and the best one of those is typically to cut the head off, because it leaves a frost collar that brings me joy and some amount of humor. So those are the possibilities that I see, and the best one of those possibilities is what I act upon. So 'tis the exact same thing.
Yes, I suppose so. So imagine that multiple versions of what you chose to do were true.
Bleeding out works sometimes, yes. I
They
occasionally
all
go for the
happened.
arm.
That you chose to go for the arm and the head and the groin and the rib cage all at once.
At the same time.
They all happened.
I have
yes,
more than
but
one
not in the
sword
same place.
with the same sword.
Yes, with the same you. Now,
Of
I
course I
believe
could
that-
do that.
when we made our wishes, based on the things I remember, something fractured. Yes,
bones in their arm?
possibly.
I need everyone to roll a perception check.
That would be a nat 20.
That would be a
Ooh.
nat 1.
Oh no!
That would be somewhere in between.
5.
It
I got a
might
dirty
be
20.
You, everyone above 15, you hear the sound of marching from around one of the buildings.
Does it sound like the same kind of marching we heard of the Gith leading prisoners?
Yeah, and you can temporarily see through the hut, and you actually see a small garrison of Githyanki heading directly for the hut.
Any, just Gith? Any prisoners? Anybody else?
No,
They
just
see the hut?
Githyanki.
I peek
Oh,
my
yeah,
head out to Ava and I say, "Get in the hut now."
Nope. No, I think this will be fine.
Dad, they're coming.
Yep, they see me. They know the hut's here, so yeah.
What do you-
I
I'm just
slide
gonna-
on my breastplate and get ready for battle.
I haven't taken anything off, so I'll just walk outside the hut and be like, "All right, well, is the big black inky stuff still around?"
I do
You-
not wear armor, and I emerge from the hut.
That's my wife, and yes, she is. But
Okay.
I'm not overly concerned about these Githyanki. There's only about 20 of them, so I'm sure you can kill them all.
Do
I
we
have
have
faith
to?
in you. No, totally optional, really. I mean, just bet.
As they're approaching, I just yell out, "State thine purpose."
Oh, that's a good start.
To the Githyanki. Not
Well,
Averin. He wouldn't give me
we
a
have
straight answer
orders. We have orders to kill you.
Ah, thou shalt try. I love this. 'Tis a battle that we are about to have.
Yes.
I was hoping
well,
for a
not
battle.
really. More of a massacre of you.
The glowy blue thing took too many of your comrades. I did not get to take enough of thee. So bring it, is what I am saying.
Is he insane? Okay.
No, he's just really confident.
I
All
am
right,
incredibly
well-
confident that I shall kill personally at least 7 of thee, and my allies that are inside the hut will clean up the rest of thee.
Okay.
So if thou wantest to die like the rest of thine comrades today, keep marching
Mhm.
this direction.
Right.
I am
Okay.
altering my face to look like a Githyanki while I'm still inside the hut.
Okay.
I am casting non-detection on the rod.
Okay.
I'm going invisible.
You can do that?
I got the band.
Oh, that's right. You go invisible. All right. Mark off that you used it.
Yes.
Averin is
Can
still
I-
like chewing on a little piece of straw next to his great sword, which he's leaning up against, and he's just kind of like smiling.
Art thou going to assist at all, Averin? Or is this
No.
all on me?
No, this is all on you, Briv. I think you have this covered. Well, I mean, I'm going to do one tiny thing to help. So, but I feel like I shouldn't interfere so much with such greatness of yours.
For
Can
once,
I-
I agree with thee.
Can I
There's
take a
only
look at
20 of
this
them.
Githyanki and like, so he's marched up and announced he's going to massacre us, and they're still just standing there. Can I like get an insight on this guy? Does he really want to do this? Is he trying to intimidate us? This feels very like I've walked up and I'm told you I'm going to kill you. Now I'm going to stand here. Is there something else going on?
No, he give me a perception check or insight.
Sure.
All right.
Ooh. 25.
Yeah, he's really low down on the ranks, and he's doing his best. He knows that you are the heroes of the Vale, and that you are responsible for lots of this damage, and he's just trying to salvage whatever men are left, and like, we're gonna take down the heroes of the Vale. But he's not like, 100% confident necessarily in
If it
everything that's
wasn't
going
clear,
on.
I was trying to intimidate them. That's
Oh, yeah, I
definitely
got
what the goal is. I mean, I'll kill them if they want me to.
But only if they want. Only if they ask for it. If they're like, please. Are there any? So there's this squad of 20. Are there any other dragons, Githyanki, anybody else around?
No.
Okay. Hey,
Again,
what's
we
your-
are going to have you lower your weapons immediately.
I shall give thee one more chance to drop thine weapons and turn tail and flee from this place before thou art massacred. 'Twill be a bloodbath.
Penelope,
I
leave
shall
that.
literally bathe in thine blood if thou dost not leave this place now.
He's. Why are you so graphic? Just die. this isn't fun. What I'm tired of all this talking. Soldiers.
Very well. Shall we decide this on single combat? Dost thou truly want to lead thy comrades to death? We can settle this between you and me.
That seems like a really terrible idea.
Very well. All of you
I have
shall
the
die.
advantage. Why would I possibly do that?
Why dost thou think thine has the advantage?
There's
Doesn't
20
thou
of
know
us.
who we
There's
are?
5 of you.
Penelope
There are
pulls his
5 of
pants
us, but
down
we
because she's
are
invisible.
The heroes of the way.
Roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Briv is the best distraction for pantsing.
23.
Nice.
Yes!
You pants a Githyanki warrior. And you see all
has the
that
advantage
Githyanki
now?
has down there.
I'm definitely not looking.
And
Oh,
all
Orkira
the
also goes,
soldiers are just
"Sorry."
like,
I am so sorry. Art thou that afraid? Thou art shaking in thine boots enough to loose
And-
thine pants?
He's just trying to get his pants back up, and he's got like half of the pants back up. That
Oh,
I don't know
wait,
what
is
happened.
Is that wet in the front?
Oh,
Hast thou
man.
relieved thyself?
You never
From
want to
thine
lose your
fear?
pants like that, trust me.
All right, you're all going to die now. You're super going to die now, like extra hard. In fact,
Hey,
I
hey,
it's
keep
going to be a slow
wondering
death.
when thou art going to actually do something instead of just jibber jabbering.
Everyone, charge!
Have
Everyone
at thee.
rushes. What do you yell?
I say, have at thee. About
All
to
right.
kill them all.
I was gonna try to
ask the
guy's name, but he's too-
rushing in, including the captain.
Are we in
of the
initiative,
Githyanki,
or
who's
just
holding
still
up his
free?
pants with one arm.
Yeah, are we in initiative? What's
Because
'cause-
Penelope would cast Entangle.
Okay, so you're casting Entangle.
Yes.
What? Okay, I've already rolled everyone's initiative.
Oh.
And Penelope is actually
Oh.
first. She has a 22. So, go and cast Entangle.
They're all rushing forward, and vines and difficult terrain will pop up right underneath them.
Okay, any damage, anything like that?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. They all so vines suddenly sprout out, and immediately the Githyanki captain also now trips. He cannot handle both holding up his pants and also rushing at the same time, and so he falls flat on his face as the rest of the Githyanki soldiers start running towards you. And Avron's just like, this is the worst. This is like, I think this is the worst battle I've ever seen in my life.
They would stop moving without a strength save, right?
Yeah, they have to
Penelope?
do a strength save if they
Yeah,
want to keep
They
going.
have to do strength saves. What's the difficulty?
14.
All right, half of them fail. And the rest
they're
are running.
Completely restrained. Okay.
Okay, yeah, they're tied down by vines and everything else. Right after Penelope half flank, you see Avron starts laughing. Gets up from his great sword. He's like, okay, I've been meaning to try this for like a really, really long time. So, and he just kind of casts a spell, and all of the Githyanki, all 20 of them, shrink down as if they had been reduced but a mass
so
reduction.
good.
And he runs up to the first one and just kicks it like a football.
Oh,
And it just goes.
What?
That worked out well. Yeah, I like tiny
Ooh.
people. Look, I'm a monster. Ooh. All right. Next up is Alyndra.
I will dispel the hut, and then I will. Has the commander taken any damage from falling? Did he skin his knee?
Yeah, he's got a bloody nose.
Excellent.
And
I
he's
will point at him, and a
super-
bell shall ring out. Terrifying to him, comforting to all of us, and I will toll the dead.
Okay.
Goodness, this poor guy.
A wisdom
What have I
15
started?
save.
I mean, in fairness, he
He
started
failed.
it.
All right.
He didn't walk up with cupcakes. He did say, "I'm here to kill you."
12. He's going to take 20 damage.
He dies.
I am not happy with these people. These people killed my father.
Oh my
I am
god, he
not
dies with his pants
pleased.
down.
I don't care.
Does he stay tiny?
Depending on the
Morgan's Yankee
circumstance,
captain.
is a good way to go.
Who's literally like in a ladder shape with his butt in the air, pantsless, just scream as what type of is it psychic? Is it
Necrotic.
necrotic? Necrotic
Necrotic.
energy. His eyes go black. He's just like, no, not this way.
Oh no! We are horrible people.
He had it coming. Don't mess with my family.
Wow.
Oh, that was really messed up. Okay, Keen, is your turn.
I was not ready to see that. And I saw it as the hut disappeared and I was still in it. So I will face step to the other side of the army, behind them, to the
Okay.
ones just outside of the area of entanglement. And I land out of the face step, still in my autumn season. Upon landing there,
Right.
I charm the closest two Githyanki to me, and I speak to them as a commander. You two,
Oh, that's right. You look like
attend me.
Oh,
Yes, sir. How may we serve?
Isn't it going to be like, yes, sir, how can we serve, sir?
This music is ridiculous. I love it.
Yes, sir. How may we serve you? You have two tiny Githyanki soldiers
Oh my god.
about your kneecap.
Our glaives
Restrain
are
them.
at your disposal.
Oh my god.
Call the retreat immediately. The commander was wrong, and he is already dead. Look at him. That is his ass you are staring at. Literally, his ass. Not a good look.
Tis
Is there a
Gith's
response?
ass.
Everyone retreat. The captain has ordered to retreat. The new captain. I don't know what happened. The captain is dead. Everyone run. Everyone run. Run.
Fall
Everyone
back.
run. Run.
Lots of the Githyanki all running around.
And we all sound the retreat. My voice above theirs because I am bigger.
You are the Godzilla of their group. All the Githyanki have started to retreat expeditiously, but one Githyanki with many like metal braids in his hair and a tiny little glaive. His eyes are almost glowing with rage.
This is not the last you'll ever hear from us. We will return.
I
Speak up,
release
I cannot
Walton.
hear thee.
I release Walton.
We get an attack opportunity as they flee.
Walton attack.
You do. Did you release Walton?
I released Walton. Someone
Walton
your size.
just runs up your back, jumps off the top of your bushy hair with his spear in the air, and just lands his spear throat deep right in one of the Githyanki. And it looks very epic if you were his size. But Walton's just like, yeah, my size.
I don't know. I think it looked pretty epic even at our size.
I think so.
Yep, definitely.
Okay. Who's doing opportunity attacks? No.
I'm waving.
If I'm able to,
Sorry about everything.
as
Bye.
any of them are leaving, or if they're still in the vines, I want to go and just pluck one of them up and
Yeah, there's one stuck in the vines.
toss it in the bag of holding.
No! No! No!
I banish
Briv.
thee to the dimension of disbelief, where thou wilt die a slow and cruel death. And I toss it in the bag. Now, all of thee watchest how I flow. And then I'm just going to open my coat and let Flo come out
We're just sending in the B
and start
team. I
doing
love
her
it.
thing.
Flo starts attacking. It's just
Does Flo still have the battle armor on?
yeah. Flo's like,
I've come to destroy you all!
and just like just like a fighter plane flying over all these Githyanki trapped in vines, just crop dusts them with Flo's horrible scent. You just see like purple and rainbow cloud just dust everyone who's left in
I
the
have
vines.
come to like the scent over time.
It's very upsetting.
Yikes.
There are several townspeople of Brimstone just watching all of this. Like,
Can I walk over to Briv? I mean, assuming that no other Githyanki are gonna come up, I'm gonna walk over to Briv. Hey, Briv, don't leave him in the bag, please.
Oh, I do not intend to. I wanted to question him further. Perhaps Githros Voss was not going to give us information, but this little flea absolutely will.
His name was Githros.
Oh.
All right,
So
as long as
just
you're not gonna
letting
leave
him
him in the
sweat
bag.
it a little bit. He should have several minutes before he dies.
All right. I just didn't want that.
Oh, I'm not just completely cold-blooded. I only kill those who deserve it. There is an argument that these deserved it because I did warn them for an entire, scene that they should not attack us.
No, I totally agree with you, and I just want to make sure you weren't gonna leave him in there to die. Also, I just get nervous about people going in bags. That's just me.
Well, if he ends up where Vordred is, then he deserves that fate.
Orchard is Avrin, right?
Vordred
no,
is
we don't know that.
Avrin.
Never mind.
No, we don't know that.
don't
We don't know that.
I don't know. Dust I know that?
No,
No.
Sounds
that's a different
made up.
timeline.
I can't keep it straight.
Ooh, many timelines.
I feel like that was the
Yes.
chopped off
Fix
arm
things.
and not the frost collar.
Yeah, we know that, but we don't know that. So we don't know that because we don't know that.
We don't know that.
My
No.
brain.
But we do know that.
I don't
We
know
don't.
the intricacies of time travel.
Neither do we.
as you're not having this conversation in game, Avron looks really kind of uncomfortable, sitting next to his great sword. Like, I was never good at whistling.
All right, as long as you're not going to leave him in the bag. That's all. That's all I cared about.
Well,
Thank you.
I am at least saying that right now. We shall see in a few minutes whether I forget or not.
I tell you what, I believe you. I won't forget. Okay, we'll work on this
Very
together.
well. Does that
Are we
want
still
to
the
now?
heroes of the Vale? Like,
Everybody else is. All the other Gith have run, right?
is heroes a strong word?
It used to be.
I do not know what is not heroic about this action.
Oh,
This enemy force has tried to kill me, and
we are now
I have
beyond
captured
heroes
him.
at this
I don't
point.
know about you guys. I'm neutral now, so Yeah, they deserved it.
They did say they were coming to kill us. Everybody else has run, right? All the other... Yeah, all the other Gith are...
Yeah, a little tiny Githy and Geralt running, and Avron's still concentrating on the spell that he created to make them all tiny.
Okay.
So he's not really... He just kicked one for fun, and then he let it go.
Yeah, Briv, why don't you just grab him now before anybody forgets? And that way, once we're done, he can catch up with the rest of them.
I shall eat thine head like a pork rind if thou dost try anything.
What's happening?
I am giving thee to our cleric. She has a softer heart than I do. But if thou dost try anything, I shall put thee back in the bag.
It's all horrific. Just a giant half-orc face talking to this tiny Githyanki and then being handed over to a giant dragon. This is the stuff of nightmares.
How large is this guy, actually? Like, I guess I was picturing, like, Penelope size, but no, we're just... Okay. So,
Yeah,
all right.
it's pretty tiny.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
Cork.
Hey, so, the last day is kind of sucked for you, huh?
Yeah.
I get it. Like, we've all had bad days, and sometimes you get ordered to do stuff that you don't want to do that doesn't make any sense. And everybody else is, like, running or dead. So I'd really suggest just tell everybody it's time to go, right?
Can I go now?
Absolutely. You should go.
I would
and
like
tell
to simply
everybody
make the point that just because he was ordered did not mean he had to come. He still had the intent to kill us or harm us.
This is horrifying.
Listen, I think it's just a good idea that you get back together with everybody and let everybody know that it's time for all the Gith to go, right? There's no other reason to stay.
They're going to all band together and start some kind of rebellion, and they're going to come back to... This is going to come back and bite us in the...
I think you should kill it.
We'll
be long gone.
I think this is one of those moments in where there's like 12 different things that could happen, and it's really important that in this moment we do the thing that makes the most sense for us now.
I am simply saying that this more than likely is going to mean that they're going to come back and try to make frost collars out of us instead of them singing Kumbaya around the campfire and all of a sudden deciding that they're going to be well-behaved little children out in the world.
They told us they could fight the mind flayers. They couldn't. Then they came back and they slaughtered a town.
She's got a point.
I don't think they should live.
At this point in time, though, he's so pitiful, he's defenseless. So it's hard. At least let him run and let us have some target practice.
No.
In the meantime, I will search the downed commander. I want to see if he has anything worth anything on him, and I am looking for written commands.
Yeah, you find a few gold pieces and a Githyanki sword. Yeah, long sword.
I'm gonna very seriously look at my friends and say, this isn't about what they do if we let them go. This is about what we're about to do right now with someone who's at our mercy. And I think it's more important what we do, whether or not the consequences are good or not. Whatever happens, happens, and we'll deal with it.
I agree with thee, and I try to pluck him out of Orkira's hand, if I can.
I'm not like grabbing him. I think I'm just holding him in my palm. So
yeah, I'm just gonna grab him. I'm gonna say, remember that the heroes of the Vale showed thee mercy this day, and Briv throws him.
Can I try to catch him so that he doesn't land in a splat?
No.
So
you really
Briv,
can't.
okay. I wanted that reaction, which is great for the characters, but Briv is actually trying to throw this individual onto what I hope is like a straw roof of some sort.
Yeah,
Just
you're
trying to find a
softballing
place
him.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You're underhanding him. You're not pure splatting. Yeah. He just goes. "Ah!"
He'll be
Is he
fine.
okay? Is he okay? Does he get back up and keep going?
Yeah. He gets up and keeps going and is like limping.
Okay.
And now looking at the top of this rooftop, trying to figure out how he's going to get down.
That's what.
This area
He'll be
is
fine.
not known for predatory birds, is it? Because
Do you say
are
that
in the
out loud?
sky.
I'm just curious. It's a bad day to be very small.
Mm.
Orkira, thank thee for thine sermon. It truly impacted the course of my actions.
I just don't. I don't want us to go down a road that we're gonna regret.
Very well. Killing is a tool. I use that tool for good. But it is helpful that thou canst remind me to stay within the rails.
I wonder, are you okay with that?
I'm fine. Where to?
Well, I think I gotta go get that guy off the roof just in case, and I'll go fly up and grab
You'll
him
be
and put him
fine.
on the ground. Everyone figure out where we're going next. I'm just gonna go make sure that this, and I'll just do that real quick.
Oh no! You said you'd leave me alone.
Once Orkira gets back, Alyndra is gonna send Griff to go dispatch the tiny gift.
Ooh.
Okay. So,
Really?
what are you doing,
Yeah.
Orkira?
I was doing what I just said.
As she's
hey,
flying
figure out where
away,
we're
I
going.
just simply say, I hope thou piercest him with thine talon on accident.
No,
'Tis ridiculous.
I've been filing them. Come on. I'll fly up, grab him, put him on the ground, and be like, all right, go, and then come back. So that's all I
He's-
would be doing.
He starts running, and you see Griff flying directly for him.
No, I want to hold it until she's back. I don't want
Okay.
anyone seeing that happen.
Sneaky Griff.
That's something I'm
Well,
doing.
she
separately.
can definitely make a perception check and realize that Griff is flown
Okay.
up in the air. So,
Yeah, but if I'm back, then I wouldn't, like, if I see that, I'd be, all right, Griff's keeping an eye out. I don't suspect my friends of anything. All right, what are we
Everyone
doing?
just thinks that Lindy is such a perfect little princess. No one suspects.
All right, well, we don't have a hut anymore. And that was a
When things come for
thing?
your family, we'll have that conversation.
Who said I had a family?
I thought we were your family.
Huzzah! Thou art not so ugly anymore, Penelope.
I'm
Bring
invisible.
it right here. I'm now
He's
look,
been
it's
invisible this whole
beautiful.
time.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
and there
Just
still
runs
is the
out.
Gith Yankee with his butt in the air.
Well, that one is
Leave
dead,
him.
though, right?
As a
Yeah,
sign. and a
he's
warning.
very dead. Yeah.
Am I aware of how protective they are of their swords?
Yes. At this point, yes.
I take it to one of the people that was put out by this invasion. I say that you have much to rebuild. You should take this to the next town very quickly. Sell it very quickly. Do not hold on to it for more than 3 days. Get the best price you can and use that money to rebuild your life. But get rid of it very quickly.
All right.
If you do not, they will return for it and they will find you with it.
okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah, sell it. Fast.
and far away. Good luck
Fast.
and rebuild.
Fast it far away and sell it. Got it. Feel like you gave me a job, but okay.
Oh. Now,
Going now. Wait, okay, wow. Pushy Eladrin, that one.
and every time.
The local constables for
Constabulary.
Brimstone
Tis the flower.
arrived.
Those warforged you were talking about, they upgraded and they now have sirens so that people don't get in their way.
yeah, it's important that no one get crushed.
No, exactly. Everybody moves to the right. All right, so what now?
Briv just still has
No.
his fist hanging, waiting for Penelope to bump it.
You
I
just feel
returned
like a
and-
pressure.
Huzzah!
Well, I suppose we need to go to.
The Shadowfell?
Is that where you want to go?
I want to go
No
take
one
down the
wants
mind
to.
flares.
Yeah. We must retrieve the apparatus, and we must prepare for this. There will not be food there, so prepare well.
Oh, I can
I
I
create
have
food.
heard that elves have bread, magic bread, that can keep us well sustained for long periods of
They do.
time.
I do not
That's a
believe
legend, Briv.
that we are going through the Elven territory. We are
So
going
thou art
directly there.
saying that elves are more useless than I thought they were.
I
Oh,
look at
I
him
kid,
like
I
a
kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
And
was in insult mode. I was trying to intimidate. I shall dial it back.
I turn to Orkira and I say, have you been to the Shadowfell before?
Nope.
Is not your god a god of the sun?
Kinda. I mean, just a fire. So
There are no suns and little fire where we are going. Are you sure he will hear you in this dark place?
well, the Phoenix heard me while I was in the bag, so sure, why not?
This place is far worse than the bag.
I don't know, the bag was really bad.
We will take extra food just in case. Just in case our god cannot hear.
Do I have
Always
any
the-
idea if that's going to be a problem? Can I actually haven't had a chance to pray at all since getting back.
Well, your magic has been working, so you don't know. You don't know if how your abilities will be affected by the Shadowfell.
All right, hold on, I'll just ask, and I'll just pray right there. Because I'm still used to just praying out loud to the Phoenix. I'll just look up into the sky and out loud I'll be like, hi, so I'm back here. Sorry I didn't say anything. Have you ever been to the Shadowfell before? Is that gonna be a problem?
No. And every time you get an answer from the Phoenix, it's like every bone in your body is vibrating with the sound of it.
Do we hear that?
No.
Okay.
Super awkward.
Is this just because I'm out of the bag and so I'm closer now? Or is there something else
Yes.
going on that okay.
Yeah, you're probably fine. Who knows?
Oh,
I don't even know. I've given up trying to figure Orkira's given up trying to figure it out. Shouldn't be a problem. Phoenix says it's fine.
Very well. But I will still
gonna go-
gather a week's worth of rations just in case. If we get split up or something.
Can't hurt to have a backup plan.
I'm gonna go over to
All right.
Eladrin. Seems we'll be going to the Shadowfell. Can you prepare us in any way?
I think you'll be fine. I think you are an accomplished wizard. I think all of you have been through so much already. I don't see how you won't be able to grapple with the Shadowfell at this point.
Something art wrong with Avrin. I have
There's
never
nothing-
heard him be that complimentary before.
Well, I'm
He's
not
an
talking
imposter.
to you. So don't worry, Briv. I save all my insults for you. I think you can easily survive the Shadowfell. It's a place of darkness. It is a place of undead. It is a place of repetition and often the things you are afraid of most. But I think you have faced so much already at this point that all of you might be
That's more
fine.
fear. Fair enough. Rebuild the home. Be safe. You have all the things I saved, yes?
Yes.
Good. Catherine. Tell Mom thanks.
I will. I think she's still murdering people, but I will tell her thank you. She gets upset.
Oh, when she's back and calm again. When she's had a bath.
He hugs you and he says goodbye
My dad.
in Elven.
I reply in kind.
What kind of language is kind?
One that Briv is not familiar with.
Thou art correct.
Damn.
Sick burn, Lindy.
Sick
Why, thank
burn.
you. Why, thank you. Right. So, what knowledge do I have about the Shadowfell, or have I learned through my travels?
Go and roll
I can
Arcana.
share? Okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my portent, my 16 plus my Arcana, which is going to be a 26.
And you can do so as well, Keen, if you wished. So you got a total of 16?
So it's a total of 26.
Jeez. The Shadowfell, in the Shadowfell, the colors are all a little more muted. Light is greatly reduced. It depends where you are in the Shadowfell. Sometimes, there may be a sun, there may be no sun at all. The undead are certainly more powerful there, and there tends to be a great deal of them. More supernatural occurrences. It's just darker. It's a place of greater darkness and greater threats. And repetition. Things, even when you sometimes do something to like save a small town or whatever, it seems to like just happen again and happen again. It is very unlike the Feywild, whereas like the Feywild is a place sometimes of chaos and great emotion and great bright light. Shadowfell is the opposite of that. So, if you have been in the Feywild for a great many years, you may find yourself being a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more sporadic, more emotional, you're more of a force of nature, whereas a Shadowfell is about routine. It's quiet.
We're mulling. Do you tell any of us any of that?
I share all of that. Yeah, no, the whole point of that was information I could relay to all of you.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, that all sounds like it sucks, but if that's where we gotta go, that's where we gotta go.
That doesn't sound too difficult.
Can we make preparations for the undead?
I'm always prepared for the undead. But I mean, other than that, I don't know.
Most of them die when stabbed repeatedly.
Do we know where in the Shadowfell we need to go? I mean, once we get there.
You don't.
Will not the rod show us the way?
That is very possible. Yeah.
Alyndra, can you prepare for that.
I can do my best. I know that
What do-
plotting a map of the Shadowfell is very difficult. I know that the priests of Ogma have tried in the past to get one, but the best we know is that it's similar to this world. Things are different there, but it's very similar to here.
Did they say that the apparatus was at the bottom of an ocean?
No,
No, that's
the
the-
brain.
That's the Elder
The
Brain.
brain is at the bottom of the ocean.
I see. Do we
I mean, unless we
know-
want to go after that instead, we could just go for a swim.
Yeah, why do we need to go to the Shadowfell first?
Well, if the brain gets to the apparatus first, it could be using it to control everything, including us.
Become everyone.
Yes.
It's also possible that they've moved since, yesterday? Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah. So they could have moved. So maybe we're just getting there first, ahead of them?
Is there a more powerful spell that we can learn that will make the piece we have want to reunite with its larger portion so that we can be drawn directly to it?
You can spend time to attune to the rod itself and use it in that manner as kind of like a divining rod if you want.
That would be
does King
wise.
have the rod or do I have the rod?
Keen has the rod.
Oh, I thought I had the rod. Okay. Then I guess I did not cast the non-detection spell on it.
Very well. Shall we cast the non-detection spell on it anyway? And then
Yeah.
I will attune to
So
it.
I
So
think
that
if we
can
have a
find our
non-detection
way.
spell, it's going to make it difficult for it to detect.
Yeah, not if we are holding it.
Detect it.
We are detecting the apparatus, not the rod. We have the rod. But
But is
once we have this, if I attune to it, will it pull me to the apparatus if I use it as a divining rod?
Yes.
Very good. We will begin this process.
Keen, wait. We know that this apparatus can be used to pull people apart. Are you sure you want to attune to it?
This is only a piece of it, and we must find it, and we must find it quickly without wandering around the Shadowfell. The longer
Even
we
this
are there,
piece
the
is-
less we are ourselves.
Even this piece is extraordinarily dangerous.
And the only thing more dangerous than this is the entire thing. To the world. This is bigger than us, I believe. I do not want to go. I am the last to
I
want
can
to go
attune to the
this.
rod.
No.
Why?
No.
What dost thou think is coursing through my veins right this moment?
Peanut butter.
I prefer
Ooh.
cashew, but still, I am
Crunchy or
only
smooth?
saying that I'm very tough.
No doubt. We must spread that toughness around. You are the spear tip. The spear tip should not have the rod. You will be the first to meet the enemy, no?
As thou preferest.
In the meantime,
Is it possible to... Oh, go ahead.
How long does this spell last? And do we know how to get to the Shadowfell? I mean, we're in the middle of Brimstone.
Is Averin still around?
Yep, he's sitting there on a stump.
Hey, you got a bag that goes to the Shadowfell? Also, do you want yours back? And I'll pull out Orkira's bag of holding and hold it out to him.
Oofty. He grabs it.
Yeah,
Who's been
yeah.
a good boy? Who's been a good boy?
She's glad to be rid of that.
Yeah, I draw much of my magic from the Shadowfell, so I think you might be able to use the rod to actually go there.
So I begin to attune to it so I can feel the weakest space between this world and the Shadowfell.
I'm going to encourage everyone, if everyone can get their weapons silvered, I'm going to recommend it strongly.
Okay, so
Where would we
you're
do
going to
that?
like a blacksmith shop and getting your weapons silvered as well?
I mean, if we
Does
have
everyone...
the time, I will strongly advise it. If we're going to
Okay.
go deal with undead, I think that's something that's doing.
Go ahead and if it's go and get your weapons silvered, get food supplies, you're getting a long rest. You are basically prepping up, having a montage of everyone strapping bags together, weapons, everything. Orkira is tightening the leather strap on her Phoenix Order of the Phoenix book. Everyone's just getting ready.
And if
Come on,
there's
Todd.
any
I
way,
hope that Keen is somehow doing those doing lifts by putting the glaive in a tree and then just pull-ups.
No, he's attuning to the rod, so he's put the rod in a tree.
He's doing
and as he's attuning
he's
to it, he's
attuning
doing
to the rod by working out with it.
You flash to Briv, and he's eating some cashew butter.
And some sweet tea.
Penelope is
If
packing
there-
all of the important things. She's packing the bear, the little wooden bear, and Walton. That's it.
Walton is he's silvered his spear and he's hollowing out a garlic clove and he puts it on and sticks his arms out of it. I am a vampire ready.
You're very smart, Walton. Very good job.
I agree. Yes, this is true.
if there are any spells I can copy from the spell books at the house, I will do so.
Okay.
If there's any way to get better armor, I will do so as well. I don't know how good the armor that's available is. But
Are you
There are
looking for
any
armor for
upgrades?
yourself?
yeah, if there's an upgrade from Scale Mail, a medium armor upgrade, so probably Mithril.
Scale mail is
Mm.
medium armor.
Yeah,
I can
you
I'm a priest first.
you actually find in your closet, and you did not own this before, but sure, mithril mail.
So I'm sorry, say it again. It was Mithril?
Yes.
Ring mail?
Anyone else?
Thank you.
I think a lot of this time I'm sitting next to Penelope and she's like put the two things she has in the bag and I'll just sit down and I don't really have anything to. I'm kind of been ready to go for 6 years, so.
Yep.
So we just gotta
Is
sit
it-
there on the curb, just patiently, just.
Ready to go.
Is there a church in this town?
There is a graveyard.
That's
but
like
no
a
specific
church.
churches.
Is there a place where they are piling the bodies of those killed by the dark thing that was moving through the town?
Yes, they they give Yankee? Mainly they're tossing them over
Tossing
the edge
them
of the
where?
city.
Like I
Over the
did.
edge of the city.
Is that the sea? Into the sea?
Over the edge of the city. The city of Brimstone is a floating city.
Ah. Okay. Very good.
I mean, I'm not much of a holy person, but can I help with anything, Keen?
Can you make holy water?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can. It's you use ceremony. It takes an hour, and you convert regular water to holy water.
Okay, that might be one of those spells
But
I just never have.
I need to be clear. But
It's a
I'm just
ritual.
cutting it off right now. Briv cannot turn his spit into holy water. Just shutting it down now. Sorry. Don't mean to be a rules lawyer about it.
DM Todd is hard but fair.
Yeah.
What do I want to give up for? Hey, do we think
It's
the
a
red caps?
ritual, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
but I
ritual.
don't think I can do rituals.
As a cleric, you should be able to. It's a cleric spell.
It is a cleric spell. I just don't know if I have. Well, if you have it, then someone's got it. So
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
first level cleric spell called ceremony. You should have it.
yeah, I've got that.
automatically.
I do. Well, I mean, I have access to it. I actually don't think I have ritual spellcasting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
So
You
I would
should
have to
ritual
actually.
spell casting, but I think it's whether you
it's in
can
your
do
book or
it.
not,
It's whether you can do it when it's prepared. Yeah, it's prepared cleric spells
prepared
only.
or non-prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I'd have to prepare it. So if you can do it,
Well,
then
I'm happy to help, and I can cast it several times and make several vials of holy water for whoever needs it. So, 1 or 2 each, I suppose.
When she
Yeah.
gives it to me, Briv drinks one of them.
You're not getting
I
another.
thank thee. I thank thee. I've been working hard on putting the silver on my blade.
Oh, jeez.
Thou art a lifesaver.
As you attune, Keen, you are no longer in spring or summer or any other season. You feel winter come over you. A sort of a darkness comes over you as you attune to this item.
It should be no surprise. Winter is always coming.
As
Very
you
well.
say this, cold breath comes out of your mouth.
I go
There's,
deeper.
There's an increased humming as you do so. Is everyone returning to Keen?
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
As you all approach Keen, suddenly there is a blast wave of dark energy that moves through all of you. And you all need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh.
Actually, sorry, Intelligence.
Oh, at 20.
I'm lopsided.
16.
6.
15.
Okay.
14.
All right. Everyone but Briv. You're okay. Briv, you just fall unconscious. And the wave moves through everyone all at once. And as it does so, you're still in Brimstone.
I rush over to Briv.
What
Is
just
it the
happened?
Mind Flayers? Is it the Mind Flayers? And I rush over to him.
Are you saying Briv is the only one in Brimstone?
No. Briv is just unconscious.
Oh,
But everyone's still in Brimstone. You rush over to Briv and you can slap him in the face and Briv comes to.
I think it gentle. I'm not like.
art thou going to do the thing, Keen?
I listen to the slap. Does it sound the same as it should? Or is it muted?
As you look around, you realize it's a different time of day in Brimstone.
We
There
are
is
not in
a slight-
Brimstone anymore.
There's a slight fog, and there is a coldness and a chill to the atmosphere, but it is exactly as Brimstone was in the prime material plane.
This is fair Brimstone, I have no doubt. Stay close to one another. The rules
Oh.
here are different.
It's not too bad. Looks identical.
That is what it wants you to think.
It? What is the it in this sentence?
It is the way of the Shadowfell. It shows you things that perhaps you do to see. Things in the dark.
What are you doing? You see
All right, well-
eyes peer out of some windows lit by candlelight, suspicious and strange. And then the shutters close.
Hail and well met.
There are people here.
I wonder if they need a king.
Are
I
they like
I
the
don't know if we have
people
time
on
for
the
that.
other side?
Are these not the people that we've met before? Penelope's little army.
Oh yeah, they're from
Yes.
here, aren't
My
they?
what?
Yeah.
My what?
I've tried to
Remember
tell
that-
thee that Briv is intelligent.
That Shadowfell army that we kind of became friends with.
I at least
Penelope
remember
looks at you
things.
like you're crazy.
Orkira might be used to people looking at her like that and says, "Yeah, so the whole crew back in the Vale, and then they were helping us out when
I remember them from the Vale. They were friendly.
yeah,
and very
That's it.
irritating.
We haven't seen them in so long.
yeah, there were yeah. I mean, I don't know if this
Briv
is the
starts walking
same.
over to wherever the house was with the shutters.
Stay
Okay.
close,
He's going to just
Briv.
knock on the door.
Go away.
Wait a minute. What is thine purpose?
To get some sleep and be left
Oh.
alone.
I imagine 'tis very late. We are newcomers here to this place. What city is this?
This is the city of Brimstone.
Very well. Dost thou live here?
What you think I am living in here?
I think that thou mightest be squatting.
No, I'm gonna call the police if you don't leave us alone.
Police. Very well. I shall leave thee alone. I don't think they're Penelope's little army.
Why do you keep saying that?
While all this is going on, I listen to the rod. I feel where it wants to go.
You do feel the rod, and feel all of your ears decompress at the same time, and you realize you are not in the sky. You can see mountains in the distance. This Brimstone is not a floating city.
'Tis like it is upside down.
Strange,
Wow.
huh?
Pretty sure we're right side up.
Stranger things have happened.
Oh my god.
Are those lights in the distance saying to run? Perhaps we should.
Keen, you got anything?
I mean, I got it out of the way, folks.
I need everyone to make
Hi, guys!
perception checks. Ooh, at disadvantage.
Oh,
Okay. That's a disadvantage.
22.
At
Perception?
disadvantage?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I
With
rolled a
a
16 and a
disadvantage.
15. Yeah, I rolled a 16 and 15, so.
Okay.
That's 6.
Okay.
I'm at 16. Alright. This is at 13.
Okay, only Orkira, you hear the sound of claws on cobblestones somewhere in the mist. You can't quite locate it, but you can hear it. And when you're looking around, you don't see anything nearby, but you can hear the tapping of claws on cobblestones coming closer and closer.
How large of a creature? Like my size claws
Big.
or okay.
Big.
something's big coming this way. Maybe we should move. And I'm gonna try to usher everybody into like an alley or in between buildings, like out of the street.
One does not usher Briv anywhere.
Briv will
Encourage?
stand alone
Saunter?
and die alone
All right,
quickly.
Briv, stay where you are then.
Why
And we keep
are
our
we-
voices down and we move quickly. We do not discuss
not
this. We move
know
now.
what this even is.
If
Very
anyone is
well.
left, they are left in the street. We go.
Come on.
Briv
everyone doing?
saunters over in their direction.
Hide where Orkira is saying to hide.
All right. Okara, where are you leading everyone?
I'm just looking for a side alley somewhere. If I'm hearing this thing come down the street and I don't know where it's coming from, I'm finding like a back alley that we can get out of sight.
All right.
Hoping whatever it is
You-
will just pass by.
You go into a back alley, you guys move, and you hear again the scraping of claws on cobblestones slowly get closer and closer. And then it sounds like they're very close. And then you can hear them going into the distance
What do we
as
see?
they're passing you by. You see nothing.
Even from Griff up above? I see nothing.
Griff doesn't see anything.
I have the braces of see invisibility. If I activate them, what do I see?
It's already passed by, so you don't see anything.
Once we're sure it's like out of earshot, I'll say, Keen said to just be wary of everything here. And so I heard it coming.
King?
We're just trying to avoid everything, right? Find
As
the
you
thing.
So let me get
As she
this
says
straight.
that,
We just
you
hid from
feel
nothing.
raindrops hitting your shoulder in rapid succession.
I turn quickly to see what it is.
You don't see anything, but yeah, this weird viscous slime is hitting you in the face.
I move very quickly away from it, rolling forward, landing on my feet and spinning with the glaive out.
I
Briv's
need you to
trying to
roll
interpose
An opposed
himself in
strength
between.
check.
Athletics or strength alone?
And athletics.
What? 21.
You feel two powerful hands that you cannot see just pull you up into the air, immediately into the sky. Alyndra, you see what looks like a tremendously large werewolf that is spider climbing onto the side of the building, grasp Keen's arms, and is now immediately dragging him up almost over to the other side of the building.
I immediately will cast Mind Spike on it, so I will be able to track it.
Okay. What's it save?
Its save is Wisdom 15. However, I have foreseen this moment. I knew we were going to the Shadowfell. It gets a 1 on its roll.
Okay. You mind spike it? How much damage?
I will Mind Spike it. It will take... it's going to be... Apologies. 3d8 psychic. 8. 7.
All right.
8. 18. 23.
Okay, that is your action. Next up is Briv. What are you doing?
How high up is the werewolf?
You can't see it.
Oh, I can't.
You just
Well,
see that
how
Keen
high
is
up
being... he's about 15 feet up now already.
And
so
I
we're in
also
an alley.
call out, there's
Yeah.
a creature, it's holding Keen. And I point to where it is as best I can.
What,
And then for Griff, is Griff on my initiative or is Griff on someone else's?
It's on yours.
Okay, I'm gonna have Griff grab a bag. I'm gonna reach into my pouch, grab a bag of chalk dust, hand it to Griff to dump on.
Okay.
creature.
Okay. That's your action to hand it to him, though.
Okay, that'll be the next turn, I guess.
Okay. And you already went with your mind spike, anyways. So, yeah.
This is for Briv's turn.
Yeah, that's true. So Briv, what are you doing?
I am assuming at this point in time, I really would like to, discuss at some point getting Spiral in here, but I'm going to assume since I haven't intentionally called that out that I don't have him. What's the are there footholds and what's in this alley? Are there ways that I feel like I can effectively climb up?
There, you can the bricks and the cobblestones. You have to get very high athletics. So you can probably jump from there's a chimney that you could probably scurry up the side of.
Okay. So all I'm trying to do is if Keen's 15 feet up, I'm trying to go up until I can grab something solid because I'm assuming there's something invisible grabbing him. And I am basically just trying to wrap it up and then fall backwards to the ground, suplex style.
Okay, I need you to make a strength athletics check just to shimmy up, and then we'll talk about combat next go around.
Got it. That is a 22.
Okay, yeah, you just shimmy up the chimney really easily, surprisingly. So, and you are now on the rooftop, so you are above whatever is about to happen, but you don't have an attack action yet. Orkira, what are you doing?
Do I see the thing grabbing Keen?
No.
That's
and as you look up, as Keen is being dragged up, you hear another snarling noise the other side of the alleyway.
I'm gonna action surge and just jump down and attack the one that's got Keen.
Well, I already moved on to Orkira, so I gotta let that stand.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't get to say what I was doing, but got it.
Did I cut you off?
No, it's okay. Let's go.
All right. So I hear this other growl. If I take a quick look in that direction, do I see it?
No. But you see swirling mist where something might be. An absence of mist.
All right. Well, Briv's got that taken care of. So whatever I hear over the swirling mist on the side, I'm gonna launch myself at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go flying right out and be like, "There's another one!" And I just want to tackle it before it tackles me.
Make an attack roll at disadvantage for tackling. Yeah.
Sure. Is this what kind of attack is this?
A bonkers attack roll. Just make a regular attack roll.
Disadvantage, and the first thing I roll is a natural 20. All right. Well, the second roll was a 15. I don't know what I'm adding to it, but
you grab it and it immediately stops being invisible and just snarling drool as this werewolf with glowing red eyes just stares right into your face.
What do I know about? Do I know anything about werewolves, or just basic legend stuff? No. Okay.
Yeah, just legend stuff. You just know legend stuff. All right. Well, you're now holding hands with the werewolf. Penelope. Oh no, it's Keen. Keen, what are you doing as you were being dragged up this building?
I let he has me by my upper arms.
Yep.
I let my legs and heels dangle below me and hope that I feel his legs bend underneath him. When I finally do, I punch against them with my heels and challenge the grapple using his own strength.
Do an opposed strength check.
Yes, please. With athletics, that's 26. Roll a 19.
Hey.
All right, you actually pull away from whatever invisible creature had you, and you fall to the ground to the alleyway.
Does that not reveal what it is? It's still invisible.
Yeah, it's still invisible.
It did take damage from me.
That's true.
That affects anything.
This thing is still invisible, though. It is now Penelope's chance. What are you doing?
So is Keen falling?
Yeah, Keen is fallen.
How far up had they made it?
15 feet.
Oh, okay. I look at I look at whatever was happening to Keen, and I just think something weird is up. And I look up, and I just no, and I'll cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
You cast a spell magic, and it immediately becomes apparent that there is a werewolf. That is spider climbing on the side of the wall. Its glowing eyes stare directly at you, enraged.
Don't you try to hide from us.
What's your armor class?
Oh shoot, mine.
Yeah.
14.
Is it attacking her?
Yes.
Is it within 30 feet of me?
Technically, yes.
All right, it's at disadvantage. Warding flare goes off. Nope. Don't you
What
attack
does
my
Warding
friends.
Flare do?
That's if I or someone else are attacked by a creature within 30 feet that I can see, I can impose disadvantage on the attack. So blinding light
A
just goes
flare
right in
just
front of its face.
blows up and lights the entire alleyway, and you see the silhouettes of multiple figures all in the mist as it's swirling around them.
Oh boy.
Penelope Half Pint, the werewolf, enraged that you've dispelled the invisibility on it, leaps directly on top of you and sinks its teeth into your neck.
Oh,
I take
Even with
this
disadvantage it
opportunity
hits?
to have an opportunity of attack with a polearm, for I am a sentinel.
You take 15 points of damage, Penelope Half Pint. And I need a constitution saving throw.
Constitution +2. Oh no! wait, I'm lucky! So I get to reroll my 1! Oh,
Yes!
Halfling!
yes.
I always forget about this feat. Okay, it's a 10. Average. Better than nothing.
Average!
Better than
Yeah,
nothing.
team average.
Better than a 1. It's not a 1.
All right. Okay. You may take your attack, Keen.
Thank you. Armor class 17.
Yeah, you hit.
The creature speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Okay.
The damage.
Yep.
Nine points of damage plus the flame blade that is inherent to the blade.
Mm-hmm.
$18 points of damage. An 8 and a 7 plus 2.
All right. You stab it with your glaive. The fire starts burning. You smell the scent of burning dog hair at this exact moment. And you find yourself surrounded by werewolves in this alley that Orkira Eldritch has led you in. You can see the flare shooting up at this exact moment. And the werewolf on top of Penelope Half-Pint removes its teeth as it screams in pain, as a very noticeable, large, toothy wound is on Penelope Half-Pint's neck now. Thank you everyone for watching Heroes of the Vale. I appreciate it so much. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Keen Deapreth, Penelope
so
Half-Pint, Adam Bradford playing Briv Still, Meryl Lauren Urban playing Orkira Eldritch. Myself, I'm doing the Dungeon Master thing. Jen Kretchmer playing Alyndra Sarrbarand. Thank you so much for watching.